Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Hari Om, everybody. We are on the portion where Arjun is now saying a prayer. He has seen all the three forms, the Saumya, the Ugra, and the Ati Ugra Rupa of Bhagavan. And now he's very much impressed. He has a much better understanding of Krishna, whom he thought was his friend. Who, uh, thought maybe he even thought he's my cousin, he's my equal, all that, all those notions have now dissolved, and now he is saying a prayer. So he starts off in 36 with Sthane Rishikesha. Everything is in its place. That the suras, they worship you, Rakshasas fly away. Those who are good people, they worship you, and the Rakshasas fly away. And it is correct. All is incorrect. So as far as the takeaway for us is that we must know that anything that happens in our life is thane. It is because, and the reason it is thane is because it has happened by God's will. There's nothing, not even a blade of grass moves without the will of God. And so if something has happened, then understand it to be God's will. And then we pray. Then in the next one, he says, why should they not fear you? Because you are greater. The good people worshiping you, why should they not worship? And why should they not fear? The other people, Rakshasas, that is all correct, because you are the primal cause even of Brahma. So the cause of all causes, Ishvara we know is the cause of creation, but Ishvara cannot exist without Brahman, pure consciousness, and you are that. This is what Arjuna is now realizing, that you are that Turiya, you are that Om in our chart, you are the supreme consciousness, not just a form. And then, therefore, he says, you are the Lord of Lords. What is the Lord of Lords? Means Lord is Ishvara, and then you're the Lord of Lords. So you are the cause, abode of the universe, meaning you are the efficient and the material cause of this universe. And you are the imperishable, manifest and sat asat. That's what he's saying. You are, whatever is seen is also you, whatever is unseen is also you. Means what? Means both seen and unseen are dependent on you. That means you are beyond. I told you, I know and I don't know. Both these are supported by the Supreme Lord. How do I know that I don't know a particular thing? It is because of him. How do I know that I know something? It is because of him. So his knowledge itself, not like knowledge of. What we have is knowledge of. And then he says, Tvam Adi Deva Purusha Purana. So again, there is a description, Adi Deva, the original God, means you are the only one there before anything else. Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad also says that this is the first teaching of the Guru there, is that before all this, O Saumya, there was just this pure existence. There was nothing else. That is that Adi Deva that is being referred to. Purusha, I told you, Purnatvat Purusha, the one who is complete in all respects, complete, which is unlimited by space, time, and objects. We are incomplete because we are limited by space, time, and objects. So Purusha is Purna. Purna is unlimited, limitless. Purana, ancient yet new. Tamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhan. You're the abode of this universe. Abode means you are the efficient cause. And I told you, in any creation, there has to be an efficient cause, a material cause, and an instrumental cause. All three are you. That is the idea. You are like a potter. We give the example of the potter, the clay, and then the wheel. So there is the potter who is the efficient cause. The clay is the material cause, and then he needs the wheel. So that's the instrumental cause. That is, it's okay. But efficient and material cause, they are different in any creation that we see. But in case of the world, you are the same. It's you are only the efficient cause, and material also has come from you. You only have create. So if the material and efficient cause is one, then understand the creation is an illusion. It is an illusion that is to be understood. Vetasi Vede, you are the only one that is to be known, because there is everything else is false. So what is there to know in the false? If you want to know the really real thing, it's only you. Param chadhaptvaya tatam vishvam anantarupam. You are the being of infinite forms, means not that God has a form, but behind every form, it is Him. That is to be understood. Like we see the movie, behind every single movie, there is only a white screen. That substratum is, and he's formless. Because if he had a form, then he could, if he had a round shape, suppose, then he can't support a rectangular shape. The one that has a form cannot support all other forms. So therefore, he has to be formless. Therefore, the screen has to be white. Because it will not, if it's a red screen, movie screen, then it cannot support the red color. That is the idea there. That formless means what? Means you can support all forms. If screen is white, then you can support all colors of the movie that way. So that's where we had completed last time. We are on verse 39 now. Vayuryamognirvaruna shashankah prajapatistvam prapitamahascha namo namaste stu sahasrakritvah punascha bhuyopi namo namaste. You are Vayu, Yama, Agni, Varuna, the moon, Prajapati, and the great grandfather. Salutations, salutations unto you 1,000 times, and again salutations, salutations unto you. So you are Vayu, Yama, Vayu, wind god. Yama is Lord Yama, the god of death. Agni, fire. Varuna, water. Moon and Prajapati. So moon and then so these are the deities. These are the deities. Okay, so they are also gods, but they are a notch low. What you have to understand is that the deities get their power from Brahman. And this is what we see in Bhagavad Puran, where Indra thought he was the one that was giving rains. So it is like in the modern context, it's like the ministers. The prime minister has assigned a portfolio to a particular person. So he's a defense minister, he's a home minister, he's a finance minister, this. Those are ministers. They have powers because of the prime minister. So if the minister starts thinking, I am all powerful and I can do anything and everything, then that is wrong, because that is a power that has been given to him. So if he starts abusing it, then that is not correct. Same way with these, Vayu has been given the power by Brahman. Varuna, Yama, they all have been given these power. Different portfolios have been assigned. If you talk in modern language, and he says, you are means not that you are, means you are the essence, you are the substratum of those deities, but you are the one that has given them the power. That's why we see when when Krishna said to his parents, no need to pray to him, he reigned 44 days, and Bhagwan taught him a lesson by saying, no, I have given you the power, don't abuse it, don't expect all these prayers from the people. And it's like a blackmail. Like, okay, if you don't pray to me, then I'm not going to give you rains, or I will give you excessive rains. So that cannot be done. They cannot abuse the power. The power is coming from you, means the supreme consciousness. That is what is meant here by you are why, means because of you, Vayu is existing. See, when it is said you are the creation only, means what? Means the creation has come from you, and the creation cannot exist without you. That way, all the deities that we pray to, and it's okay to pray to them, but don't think that they are supreme. Even in one of the earlier chapters, Bhagavan said, people pray to these various deities for various results. Like if somebody prays to Lakshmi for money, prays to Saraswati for knowledge, education, or whatever. but I am the ultimate giver of the result. I am. Because why? I have given them the power to give you the thing. So ultimately, it is coming from me only. That we must recognize. So it's not wrong to pray to a certain deity, but to consider him to be the supreme is wrong, him or her. That is the idea. Ultimately, the power is coming. Prajapati, great grandfather, because Prajapati and means great grandfather means Prajapati came from you. Prajapati came from you only. Brahmaji has come from you. So you are the great grandfather. And once you understand, truly, truly understand the greatness of that person, what can you say? Salutations, salutations, salutations. So that's why he's saying over and over again, when we feel benefited, that's why, I just remembered, like even Gurudev, when he spoke of his Guru, Swami Taponma, he always said Gurudev. Tripti should know. He never took the name. They never take the name of their gurus. He said Gurudev only all the time. And when Gurudev did yajnas, Swami Tapon Maharaj, like we put Swami Gurudev's picture, there used to be Swami Tapon Maharaj's picture. Am I right? Yeah. Because he said Gurudev like that. So
He used to call
especially with
Guru Maharaj, not even Dev, Guru Maharaj.
Guru Maharaj, huh? There you go. There you go. So, because once you get this knowledge, and especially, if you have really realized it, then you know how great that knowledge is and how great that teacher is who has given you. So, this is what's happening to him also. He has gotten that knowledge, and now he knows, and the only thing you can do is salute, salute, and salute. It means namo, nama, 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 nama. So namas. So, and when we do namaskar, and we'll come in the next verse also. What is being actually surrendered? Yeah, because physically we bow down, but actually what is to be surrendered is the individuality, ego. Ego has to be surrendered. That is what it is. Now, in the next one, there are some certain do's and don'ts which I'll tell you in 40. So you get the point in that one, right? When he says you are Vayu, means you are the deities, you have given the power to the deities, they are under you, like the ministers, same, ministers. Okay. Nama purastadath prashtataste namostu te sarvata eva sarva ananta viryamita vikramatsvam sarvam samapnoshi tatosi sarvaha. Salutations to you before and behind, salutations to you on every side. O all, you infinite in power and infinite in prowess, pervade all, wherefore you are the all. So basically, he's just saluting up, down, every direction. You can imagine how impressed he must have been. Can you imagine if we get to see something like that? Like we would be like, even just seeing Niagara Falls and Iguazu Falls, we go, kind of thing. Now, so you can imagine, because our imagination will go only into these finite things. And yet our mouth, I mean, I know Niagara, when I saw first, I went like that because I had never seen in India anything like that. So then I went to Iguazu Falls. I'm like, oh, that was like really tiny. So imagine seeing the Virat Roop. Imagine Arjun's this thing. Now, here with Namaskar, there are a few things. I mean, um, most of you must know this. So, men do Sashtang Namaskar. Women are not allowed to do Sashtang Namaskar, okay, to anybody. So, Sashtang Namaskar, right? Everybody knows where the whole body is now lying flat, but women know. Women would just bend down on their knees. Other thing, in North Indians is mostly there. They say peripona. Peripona, they say. Okay, now what they're doing is they bend and they touch the knees. That is not namaskar. That is not allowed. You must touch the feet. Feet have to be touched because this feet, when you touch prapatti, it's the one of the Sanskrit words for the top of the feet is prapatti, something like that. And prapatti surrender. So when you touch the feet must be touched, not knees. You don't touch knees in namaskar. And the other thing also is namaskar is to be done not if the guru is eating, if he's talking to somebody else, or he's doing that time you don't go do namaskar. He must be standing or sitting, but you know That's when you do it. Not like he's talking to somebody, then you go and just do some, not like that. So that way, there are certain rules of namaskar. Here, he says, and namaskar, again, like I told you, it's a surrender of the ego. So more than the physical side. Physical is just a physical um, expression, an external expression. But internally, you must be able to surrender the ego. Now, here now like Gurudev has written, I've been a sinner due to lack of right knowledge. So let's see what knowledge it is. Sakheti matva prasabham yaduktam he Krishna he Yadav he Sakheti ajanata mahimanam tavedam maya pramadat pranayena vapi. Whatever I have rashly said from carelessness or love, addressing you as O Krishna, O Yadava, O friend, and regarding you merely as a friend, unknowing of this your greatness. So let's see this verse first. So there are three words that he has used. Hey Krishna, hey Yadav. Remember that Krishna was his cousin. So there was a relationship also. And then their ages were kind of close. So they were, I think Krishna, well, not I think, I know. Krishna was closest to Arjuna he was close to all the brothers. All the brothers, five brothers were his cousins only, but he was more close to Arjun. You know how even amongst cousins, there are certain cousins that we are more close to. Maybe they are close because of the age, or maybe we think similar, and then we get along with certain cousins more. Here, not getting along, but he was close. Now, what is happening is Arjun didn't know his greatness. So, Sakheti Matva Prasabham Yaduktam. I thought you as a friend. So, Hey Sakheti is referring to I thought you as a friend. Now, if you're dealing with a friend, then you'll joke, you'll, you sometimes you'll give a slap on the back. You might, lie down in the same bed, like modern, you'll watch same TV shows. Or that time there was no TV, but friend. So you can imagine how Arjun, if he's thinking this is my friend, then he says, I've behaved like a friend, Saketi. Now, hey Krishna, I've called you Krishna because ajanata. So that ajanata word, ajanata mahimanam, goes with Krishna. Mahimanam is greatness. I didn't know your greatness. So I'm like, hey, Krishna, come here. Otherwise, if we know, then say Krishna ji or something like, hey, Krishna, come here. Like just calling an ordinary person. So he's saying ajanata mahimanam. Sakheti matva, considering you my sakha, my friend, I called you, hey friend, come on, let's go. We say, come on, guys, come on, that way. And then I called you only Krishna, Krishna, without knowing your greatness, Mahimanam. Now I know. That time I didn't know. So I've asked. That's why he's saying, I've made a mistake. That is what he's saying. I've sinned. That is what he considers. And Yadava is to in inadvertence. Pramadat, that Pramadat word goes with Yadav. Pramada is inadvertence. Inadvertence is there is one laziness, one word laziness, and one word inadvertence. Now, laziness is when you have knowledge of the greatness, but you're too lazy to acknowledge it or do it. Pramada is when you don't know the greatness and you want to insult the person. So Yadava, calling him Yadava, see, Yadava is from the lineage of Yadu Maharaj. There was a Yadu Maharaj, that is his lineage. And this Yadu Maharaj was asked to get out of the kingdom by his own father. So calling Krishna Yadav means reminding you are from that one, that one where that son was thrown out by the father. So insulting. That is the significance. That's why he says, I called you Krishna without knowing how great you were. I called you Yadav. Hey, Yadav, maybe he may have said in friends, you to remind him, you are from that Yadu Maharaja's lineage, that Yadu Maharaj who was thrown out by his own father. So to insult him and, hey, friend, come on, let's go. Let's do this. Let's do that. These three things, out of these three reasons, without knowing your greatness, Krishna, to insult you, Yadava, and as a friend. Now, he's asking for forgiveness on all three counts. He says, that is what I have sinned. That is a sin. I made a mistake. I was wrong. I didn't know that I was wrong. Now you have to forgive me. So now he's asking for forgiveness. यच्चावहासार्थमसत्कृतोऽसि विहारशय्यासनभोजनेषु एकोत्थव्याप्यच्युत तत्समक्षं तत्क्षामये त्वामहं प्रमेयम्. In whatever way I may have insulted you for the sake of fun, while at play, reposing, sitting, or at meals, excuse me, when alone with you, O Achyuta, or in company, O immeasurable one, I implore of you to forgive. So he's using the word Achyuta. Achyuta means one who never falls. Achyuta is referring to Bhagavan Shri Krishna as fall. You are the one who never falls, but I fell, to indicate I fell that time for whatever reason, but I fell. I fell in when did I fall? In whatever way I may have insulted you. Means I called you Yadav to remind you or to let you know that I know that you belong to this lineage where the son was thrown out by the father. So that I did it as an insult. And then for the sake of fun, while at play, reposing, sitting, this is friend. So, maybe they played together, maybe they ate together, maybe not maybe, of course they ate together, and he may have, we say things to our friends, right? Reposing, sitting, or at meals, when alone with you, or in company. I would have just called you Krishna without knowing your greatness. So either I was alone with you. There'll be many, many times when he was alone with him. They were just the two of them, or they were in company, or this thing. But in any case, I didn't know your greatness. So I considered you as my friend, my cousin, and then I taunted you, saying, "Hey, Yadav," so all these things. So now please forgive me. And you're the one that never falls, Achyuta. I fell. So because I have committed a sin, I have made a mistake. Now you forgive me. Now he's asking how Bhagwan should forgive him. That is what he tells in the next one, 43. पितासि लोकस्य चराचरस्य त्वमस्य पूज्यश्च गुरुर्गरीयान् न न त्वत्समोऽस्त्यभ्यधिकः कुतोऽन्यः प्रतिमा प्रभाव. You are the father of this world, moving and unmoving. You are to be adored by this world. You are the greatest guru, for there none exists who is equal to you. How can there be then another superior to you in the three worlds, O being of unequaled? Yeah, correct. Unequaled. Where did I go? Unequal power. So now he's praising him again. In the next one, he'll say how to forgive. Pitasi lokasya chara acharasya. Chara moving, achara unmoving. So sentient and insentient. You are the father, lokasya worlds. Lokasya is in this world, of the world. You are the pita. You are the father. Father means, now we have seen, creator. Who is the father? Creator. So we saw that already, that this creation has come about from him. He alone is the efficient and the material and the instrumental cause for the creation. And Tvamasya Pujasya Gurur, you are the guru of gurus. You have taught me, right? You have taught me so far in all these chapters. You are the guru of gurus. He's praising him because you know what? He wants to be forgiven. He said, I've insulted you. I didn't know. Now he's praising him before asking for forgiveness. So this is the praise verse where he praises him. Natvat samotsya. Nobody is adhikam. Nobody is greater than you. Param. We have heard the word supreme, where nobody is beyond that, and it's a point of no return. So you are the greatest. There is nothing greater than you, and you are in the three worlds. There is no greater power than you. Okay. When how this power is executed is like, because when Ishvara, we say, is antaryamina, the internal controller. So how is the power executed? See, it's like this. When there's a cotton cloth which is made of thread, and the thread is made out of cotton. Okay. So what we say is that because the cotton is the original cause of the cloth, the cause always controls the effect. And now, in the case of a cloth, the cotton, if the thread, cotton is from cotton, the thread has come. Now, that thread shrinks, the cloth will shrink. That is the control. If the thread loosens, we see some fabrics get loose, some fabrics shrink, right? That is how the control is, because the control is because of being inside. Inside, he's the inner controller. That's why Ishvara is called as the inner controller. So we are being controlled by Ishvara, not pure consciousness, because pure consciousness doesn't do anything. This control is executed by Ishvara. One of the reasons is because he's the ultimate karma phala data. So whatever action we do, the result is controlled by him. Because he is the only one, we saw in Updeshar also, he is the only one that knows what I have done in the past. Whatever I've done in the present, I know, but that only the present is not giving a result. Whatever effort I put in the present, only that effort does not give the result of any karma. What is giving result is what I've done in the past also. And he alone knows that. Nobody else knows it. So that's why he is the controller. And this is how the destiny works too. Because our destiny is dependent on what I've done in the past. It's very much dependent. And he's the one that knows. Therefore, he becomes the controller. Therefore, he says, you are the most. And because Ishvara depends on Brahman, now he's saying this. Like I told you, the deities have certain powers. Indra for rain, for whatever reason. But that power has been given by the Supreme Consciousness. Same way, Ishvara also has been given power by the same pure consciousness. And that is how he says you have power over all the worlds. It should not be understood that there's some entity sitting there, oh, I don't like you, so I'll do this, I like you. Not like that. It is as per whatever actions that we have done. That's why our actions and thoughts, there has to be purity of motive. See, action may appear to be bad. And we've given you the example, a soldier fighting on the battle. Arjun was asked to kill his own grandfather, but there was purity of motive. Purity of intention has to be there. Or a doctor amputating a leg, if there's a gangrene or something, the motive is very, very pure. Though the action looks very harsh, but the motive is very pure. So there should always be purity of motive in our actions. And that is how he's all power. Now the next verse is a continuation of this verse 43, because the next verse starts with the word tasmat. Tasmat is therefore. No statements can start with the word therefore. There has to be something before that. It was raining, therefore I need an umbrella. It rained, therefore something. So something else. So before 44, because it is so, that is how Gurudev has started it. So he says, O being of unparalleled power, therefore, because you have the power to forgive as well. You have unparalleled power. So forgiveness should be just very easy for you. Now he says, Tasmat pranamya pranidhaya kayam prasadaye tvamahamisha medyam piteva putrasya sakheva sakhyuhu priya priyayarhasi deva sodum. Therefore, bowing down, prostrating my body, I crave your forgiveness, adorable Lord, as a father forgiveth his son, a friend his friend, a lover his beloved, even so should you forgive me, O Deva. Now see, in bowing down, prostrating, that we understand, he is asking for forgiveness. So this thing, he's asking for forgiveness on 3 counts. So the 3 in 3 ways. And that is because he has done things in 3 ways. So if you remember, I told you he called him Krishna without knowing his greatness. He called him Yadav to just insult him. And Sakha, as a friend, he may have said nicknames or whatever, right? Now he says, as a father forgiveth his son. This is belonging to the forgiveness for him calling me Krishna without knowing his greatness. A son, especially teenage children, they don't even know. They think, what does the dad know? What does the mom know? Right? That there was a thing. When I was small, I thought dad was the greatest. Then I became a dad. I thought, what does dad know? And now after 30, I think, yeah, what dad knew was correct that way. So that's why when he said Krishna, without knowing his greatness, for that sin, you forgive me like a father would forgive his son. Because the son doesn't know the greatness of the father, and the son may have insulted the father, and the father will still forgive the son. So as a son, as a father to me, you forgive me for calling you Krishna. Next, friend his friend. So saketu, right? Sakha. So as a friend, I may have joked with you, whatever that I did. Then a friend forgives. No, if it's your real friend, true friend, as well your childhood friend, or if you're a BFF now, best friends forever. There's nothing like that. But anyway, if you're a friend, then you say, okay, okay, a mistake happened, it's okay, let it go. And then you become friends again anyway. And the third thing, as a lover is, so that is for the insult. Usually spouses will insult each other, right? So the spouses, children's bad handwriting, that's come from you, huh? Because my handwriting is very good. That's come from your side. Anything bad has come from your side. Your mother was like that. Your father. So, it's husband, wife, beloved and love. So it's husband, wife. So the husband may have insulted the wife may have insulted the husband, but then they ultimately forgive each other. So because I insulted you by calling you Yadav, so you forgive me like a husband forgives his wife or wife forgives her husband. So that's why for the three insults, the reasons he is asking for three types of forgiveness. Okay, so one is father and son, one is friend and friend, and one is beloved and the love. So husband and wife or whatever. Okay, next, 45. अदृष्टपूर्वं हृषितोऽस्मि दृष्ट्वा भयेन च प्रव्यथितं मनो मे तदेव मे दर्शय देवरूपं प्रसीद देवेश जगन्निवास. I am delighted having seen what was never seen before, and yet my mind is distressed with fear. Show me that previous form only, O Lord. Have mercy, O God of gods, O abode of the universe. Now he's saying, because he was astonished, he was joyful, but there was fear as well. That's why he says, I have seen, because Bhagwan said, even the devas have not seen this rupa, right? Even the deities have not seen that. Nobody has seen this that I'm going to now show you, and you need the divine eyes. If you remember the beginning of this chapter, Bhagwan said you won't be able to see it with your own eyes, but I will give you the divya chakshu, the divine eyes, and my mind is distressed with fear. So here there is joy and there is fear. So joy with fear, if it is happening like that, joy with fear, and generally our joy, there is some sort of fear lurking behind. It is an objective joy. Remember that. It is not a joy of the pure self. If it is a joy from the pure self, then there has to be no fear. And how we understand this, something very joyful happens and suddenly a thought comes, what if this thing goes away? That's why that's why we know that joy that is gotten from the objects. Suppose I got something, object. Then suddenly the next thought comes, what if this goes away? Our Now at my age, when I receive a blood test, I'm like, okay, that's why when people ask me, oh, do you have that? I said, no, not until the last blood test. I never say I don't. Honestly, you don't know what is going to come in the next test. So you get joy. Oh, everything is normal. Suddenly a thought comes, what about the next one? Next one is coming another 6 months, another year. So this objective joy is always laced with a bit of fear. And the reason that he's saying here joy and fear, because he has seen, so there is a duality, right? He saw that form standing in front of him. So in duality, no matter what joy we experience, and duality in this creation, no matter what joy we experience, there'll be fear. But, but when you come to know the oneness, that joy then is out of Brahmananda. It is called Brahmananda. Swami Vidyaranya describes it as Brahma, that Brahmananda which is there. All the other Anandas is Vishayananda, Vishaya objects. Vishayananda from the world of objects. That Vishayananda also, please remember, is coming from Brahmananda alone, because Ananda, this bliss, is only in the pure consciousness. There is no happiness, there is no bliss in any single worldly object. And that is the illusion that we consider real. It is an illusion. We consider it as real, and therefore we are running out into the world of objects. And that running, I've always told you, has to stop. Has to stop. If you have to recognize yourself to be the source of bliss. Once you recognize that, you will not depend on anything else outside for your happiness. That's why here now he's saying, Adrishta Purvam, prior Adrishta, nobody has seen. They've never seen this form of yours was not seen by anybody. I'm the first one. Probably he was the last one also. We don't know. So I have seen, and there is joy, of course. There's all kinds of mixed feelings he must have had. For one is like, oh my God, kind of thing, happiness, fear, all is there. So there's distress. So he says, please remove my distress and come back to your original form. That's what he's asking here. He says, Tadeva me darshaya deva rupam. Come to the deva rupa. Come to that, which is the first one that he had shown him. Because one is the human, when he was standing in the chariot, it is Manav there, right? With two arms. He was just sitting as a charioteer. And that's what Arjun thought till then, that, oh, he's just another person. He's my cousin, he's my friend, whatever. Then he showed him the Deva Rupa. What is the difference between Deva and Manav? Manav is two hands, Deva is four hands. So he says, come back to your Deva. That was Saumya Rupa, no? That was all goody, goody, goody. So that was very happy. That made him feel very, very happy. Then when he saw the Ugra and the Ati Ugra, there was fear in the Ugra and then Ati fear in the Ati Ugra. So that is how this has gone. Now he says, you come back to your Deva Rupa. That is what he's asking him. Prasida Devesha Jagan Nivasa. You are the abode of the, I told you, abode of the universe means he is the efficient and the material cause of the universe. Okay? Abode is, you know what is abode? It's Sthana, it is your resting place. So the universe rests in you. Means what? Means without you, the universe cannot exist. That is that implication of that abode of the universe. Okay? Now he says, Kiritinam gadinam chakrahastam ichhami tvam drashtumaham tathaiva tenaiva rupena chaturbhujena sahasrabaho bhava vishwamurte. I desire to see you as before, crowned, bearing a mace, with a discus in hand, in your former form only, having four arms, O thousand-armed, O universal form. Because in that ogre, he's seeing thousand arms. Remember, he saw all the arms, he saw so many legs, he saw so many people dying, he saw so many people taking birth. All that, he says, now you bring it down to your four-armed Rupa. That is the Deva Rupa. I told you, Manusha Rupa is two arms. No human being has got four arms. But Deva Rupa, and we see all our deities with four arms always, right? There are four arms. And of course, here, Kiritinam. So in one hand, there is the Gada, the mace. And then the chakra is there. Sudarshan. I've got Vishnu's here. So Chakrahasam Ichhami Tvam Drashtumat. I desire, Ichha, desire. I desire to see that form. The question here is, did Bhagwan really have four arms or did he only have two arms? See, in Bhagavad, there is a story of a person named Poundra. This Poundra person thought that he was Vasudev. He was that Vasudev's son Vasudev. He thought he was himself. So what he did was he made two arms made of straw and cloth. He attached it to his body. And he said, I am the four-armed one and I am Vasudev. So Bhagwan Shri Krishna actually killed him. That is the story. It is said that Bhagwan could grow those two arms when needed. Because it's an avatar, no? See, he said, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. I am taking avatar. So he could. It is said that once when Draupadi fainted, he lifted her with four arms. So that is the idea of the four arms, that if he wants, he can have them. But otherwise, maximum time he will stay in this Manusha Rupa only. Okay. So he did have four arms. The Deva Rupa, that's why the presentation of all our gods in all our photographs, that because of Bhagwan Ved Vyas we have that, they have four arms. Even Saraswati, Lakshmi, all of them, Brahmaji, all of them have, Brahmaji has four heads also to represent the four Vedas, but this is what it is. So that's why he says, Kiriti crown, O crowned one, Gadinam holding the Gada, the mace, Chakra, Sudarshan Chakra, okay, in the hand. That is what three things are there. But the fourth thing is holding a lotus. If you see the photograph, am I right? Yeah. Yeah, there's the chakra, there is, oh no, conch is there. Sorry. Yeah, lotus is there too. And Gada is there. So there's Gada and this, and in this photograph, there is lotus and there's a conch. So conch, okay, that the call of the conch, we say that's why in first chapter we studied that Bhagavan Krishna is the one that blew the conch on the Pandava side. So when we get up early in the morning, we must blow that conch in our heart. And what that means is you light a lamp at least minimum in front of the Lord. So your day begins with the Lord. And then at the end, you remember him. So it ends with it. That's why in India, generally, we have light a lamp in the morning and light a lamp in the evening. That is the idea. That is what is having Lord blow his conch in our heart throughout the day and then throughout the night. And then we obviously, I've always said this, you get up in the morning and everything is fine. You say thank you, and you go to bed at night and the day has gone by without any events. You say thank you, because you never know what is going to happen at what moment. Okay. So teneva rupena chaturbhujena. Show me that form, chaturbhuja, four-armed form. Sahasra bhavo baho bhava vishwamurte. Right now you are with 1,000 arms. You can do that also, but I am scared. So now please come down. Come down to your four-armed form. Any questions so far? Okay. So I told you this portion up to here is a stuti, not a stotra. A stotra is something which is given out by the realized masters, like Bhagwan Shankaracharya or even Hanuman Chalisa is a stotra. Stuti is done by a person. We can also do stuti. Any language is okay. Poetry is okay. Prose is okay. No meter. It doesn't matter, because you're praising the person or praising the deity, praising the Lord, right? Only the Lord is worthy of praise. Please remember, some people are, but the person can fall. That's the problem. You can raise a person to great heights, but that person can fall. But Bhagwan is Achyuta. Bhagwan is the one who never falls. And so his praise is the most worthy. And Gurudev, this is what we were told. Gurudev used to make the brahmacharis chant this. If you feel a fear, if you want something, you can also chant this prayer. This is we can do it as a prayer. Okay. All right. Now we come back to Sri Bhagwan Uvacha. श्रीभगवानुवाच मया प्रसन्नेन तवार्जुनेदं रूपं परं दर्शितमात्मयोगात् तेजोमयं विश्वमनन्तमाद्यं यन्मे तदज्ञेन न दृष्टपूर्वम्. The Blessed Lord said, graciously by me, O Arjuna, this supreme form has been shown to you by my own yoga power full of splendor, primeval, infinite, universal form of mind, which has never before been seen by any other than yourself. Maya prasannena, grace. Prasannena, grace. I'm very pleased with you. You asked for this, and I've been very pleased because you've been listening to me very attentively, very carefully, asking me the correct questions. All this thing comes in this word prasannena. So I'm very happy with you. And it's only by my grace. So the point here is only by his grace can we really know him. So that grace has to be earned. That is where the karma comes in. That you do karmas like what he would have liked you to do. You have thoughts which like he would have liked you to do. That's why just even in the morning class, there was the question like people hurt us and people do this and that. Yeah, but it is not about other people. This whole thing is about me. What do I want? What do I want? Do I want to hang on to that log of wood and then today I'm happy, tomorrow people up, today they're praising me, tomorrow they're insulting me, and do I want to go up and down, or do I want the peace of mind? So that's why is very important in whatever I do. Why am I doing this? So why am I learning? Why am I studying this? If it is only, but people hurt me, so why shouldn't I hurt them? Then the knowledge has not percolated. So that's why this grace, to get this grace, we have to purify ourselves. Like I've told, the sun will shine outside, but if I keep my blinds closed, what is the sun going to do? If I want the grace of the sun, I need to open the blind. That is my effort. So effort is very much required for grace. Arjun has put in that effort. By how? By listening to him, by asking the correct questions, by making him understand that, yes, I get your point. I get your point. The spiritual teacher teaches us you never get the point. But Arjun has said, that's why he says, Maya prasannena tavarjuna. By my grace, I have shown you this form which nobody has ever seen till today. You are the first one. Tejo Mayam, full of splendor. Teja. Teja is splendor, splendor. Vishwam Anantam Adyam. So, Vishwam, universe. Anantam, endless, no end. Adyam, no beginning also. You have seen this, which has no, generally anything in time has a beginning and an end. Form has a beginning and an end. But I have shown you this beginningless and endless formless form. It's a formless form that I have shown you. Yanmeta Drashtapur is seen by any other than, that's why it's never seen. I have shown it to you. And now, that prasannata of Bhagwan, how do I get it? That is what he's also telling now in 48. How does one get it? So the question will arise, okay, he got it, Arjun got it because he listened, but we don't have the chance to listen to it. So what should we do? Now he tells, Navedayadnyadhyaya न वेदयज्ञाध्ययनैर्न दानैर्न न च क्रियाभिर्न तपोभिरुग्रैः एवं रूप शक्यहं नृलोके द्रष्टुं त्वदन्येन कुरु प्रवीर. Neither by the study of the Vedas and sacrifices. Now he's telling, how do I get that darshan? He says, neither by the study of the Vedas and sacrifices, nor by rituals, nor by severe austerities, can I be seen in this form in the world of men by any other than yourself, O great hero of Kurus. Now we have to understand this verse very correctly. Huh? Please understand. Neither by the study of the Vedas, study only a physical study, no following. We are also studying Vedas. So then why should I study Vedas? That's the first question that is going to come. What he means is, study means only bookish knowledge. It's like, okay, I have the recipe book, but I have all the recipes may be memorized, but I'm not making that thing. Then am I going to be able to get anything to eat? So merely studies, neither it is merely you have to understand, just studying the Vedas, just studying this Bhagavad Gita, not having faith in it. That's why he said, the one who cavils at this, he'll say in 18, one who cavils, one who doesn't have faith, don't bother telling them all this. Don't bother. It's just a waste of time. So that is what he means. People are, teaching Bhagavad Gita in college also, but then they're doing it for money, no, for getting paid. So that is what he means. That doesn't mean that we should stop studying. Huh? We should continue to study because we have the faith. But while studying also, even Gurudev has said, even what ounce of practice is better than a ton of studying. Just this much practice. You study so much, not even this much practice is there. Now, see, we heard the principles of karma yoga. Are we doing every karma as a karma yoga? That's what he says. Study of the Veda and sacrifices. So study jnana. People think I've told you this or mission. They think I'm in the mission. I'm in the jnana marga. No, 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 no. Jnana marga is actionless. The path of knowledge only is that what we did this morning today was actually the path of knowledge. Only thinking, no body involved. Updesha. That is what think. Who is that aham? Think, think, think. So that is what Jnana Marga is. So study is coming under Jnana. So don't think that just because you're studying this thing, this is karma. No, I'm talking, it's karma. You're listening, it's karma only. It's falling under karma. All these things falling under karma. Except in the morning, what we did, that was Jnana. That is a direct path. So sacrifices karma kanda. You're doing all these rituals, nor by rituals, right? Karma kanda. If you're doing karma to only get some result, Bhagwan, I want this, I want a child, so I'll do this. I want money, so I'll do that. You're not going to get me because you're not doing it for me. You're doing it for everything else. In chapter 4, he gave all those yajnas where people do all these different. That's why every karma to be performed with the idea of that internal result, which is purity of mind. If you're doing karma only for the external result, that is what he's referring to here. So please do not don't miss. This can be very, why should I study them? Why should I do anything? Why should I do puja? Why should I light a lamp in front of the Lord? Then those type of things, that is misunderstanding. That is wrong understanding. Wrong understanding is worse than not understanding. Honestly, I'll tell you. This misunderstanding is very, very dangerous. Severe austerity is tapas. You're standing on one leg in the middle of the sun. It's not required. That's why Vedanta doesn't ask for this severe. Certain amount of tapas is required, but it must not. It must suit your body, your lifestyle. You're a diabetic, suppose, and now you do this fruit fast. Whole day I will eat only fruit. No, it's not required. Not required. You can do other type of fast. You see, if your body is not allowing it, then you must not do it. That's why severe austerity is when people, they will, in the midday sun, they will sit there and they'll be surrounded by fire. That is austere. That's very austerity, but ugra. It is very, very this thing. Vedanta doesn't ask for those type of austerities. Vedanta doesn't ask. Vedanta asks for a simple thing. You know what? Sukha dukhe samay krutva. That's a very simple thing. Heat, okay, quiet, bear the heat. Cold, bear the cold. Don't complain. That is what Bhagavad Gita is asking. Not asking for you to go sit, in the snow without any blankets. Just go sit in the cold for 24 hours. That is tapas too. Bhagavan Shri Krishna is not asking for that. Bhagavad Gita is not asking for that. That's why he says this, can I be seen in this form? Means here what we should understand is, because that form, still there is a duality. You cannot reach me by these things. Just merely bookish knowledge, just merely doing karma just for the external result, not worrying about anything about the purity of mind. If you're doing just tapas without any, no purpose, no severe whole day fast and this and that is not the only thing that you will get. You will get me by that. You cannot get me here. Seen the form should be taken as you won't reach me. A form, so there's no chance, but we can reach him. Reach him means understand our oneness with the supreme reality. For that, what you need is, yes, you do the studies to understand what should be your line of thinking. What should you be thinking? Because right now I'm thinking I'm BMI. We need the books, the scriptures, to tell us that you're not BMI. That part we need from the books. And if I can't get that part from the book, then that studying is no good. That's what I'm saying. Once I get that, then how do I get that knowledge is by purifying the mind. So karma has to get converted into karma yoga. And whatever rituals and whatever austerities that I'm doing, the ultimate result that I want from there is purity of my own mind. That is what he says. But you're just doing it just for the sake of it, just for the sake of studying, just for the then he said you won't get me. Here he says you won't see this form. Arjun, he passed the test by understanding whatever Bhagwan told him. He has passed with flying colors. And then this thing, so, great hero of the Kurus, Kuru Nandana, he belongs to the Kuru dynasty. He is referring to Arjun as the Kuru, because they were all Kurus, no? Both Pandavas and Kauravas were Kurus only. They're just with the two brothers. So we'll stop here now. And this is 55 and we are on 49. Okay, so 5-6 verses remaining. Now there is not much explanation. Like I told you, I'm not here next Sunday, and 17th is a long weekend. So we will meet on the 24th. And on the 24th, if I can complete it, fine. If not, I will. 24th, there's no Bal Vihar also now, no? Because no, that is June. Sorry. My mistake. So 24th and 31st. So either I complete it on the 24th or for sure I'll complete it on the 31st. And then we will close till October. Then this class will start in October and I'll let you know when. Are there any questions so far? All good? No questions? Okay. So we will now meet on the 24th of May. So two Sundays after. Okay. All right. Have a great week. ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्ति भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ. Okay, Hari Om everybody. Have a good 2 weeks. Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. It's coming up next Sunday itself. Okay. All right. Okay.